Greetings, Tiger fans. 2025 style. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, man. A quarter of a century is already gone. And, shoot, I'm thinking I probably might not make it, to 2200. So I guess this is a point where I can enjoy it. But tonight we're here at McCaleb Welsh Gymnasium bringing you Hardin County High School basketball as the Lady Tigers and Tigers are hosting the Adamsville Lady Cardinals. And you always know what that means when these two teams or these two schools are involved in any type of competition, that there is nothing left on the floor when the game is over.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been fun to be a witness to it. It's been fun to actually play, years ago against Adamsville, and coach, you did against Adamsville. And so these two teams have a lot of history, these two schools, that is, and these two teams. And we've seen a lot of great games, a lot of great players on each side, boys and girls. And like I said, it's always fun. I was here during the JV game and just hooking up and setting everything up. And the JV game was pretty spirited, and I think the Adamsville ended up winning. The Lady Cardinals did by a couple of points, but you could tell it was different. A lot of cheering, a lot of yelling at the officials in that game. So, when you're yelling at the officials in a JV game, or a freshman game, that it gets a little bit intense. But I think we're going to have a full house tonight. This game has kind of been a special game. Centennial Bank has basically bought all the tickets for everybody, and of course, for Adamsville and Hardin County. And, if you're out and about and listening to us, you can get in tonight and just free and come enjoy some good basketball.
Well, one of the things I noticed when I came in tonight is that the number of children, there are a lot of elementary school and middle school students here that may not get to come when there's a charge for the ticket because it's too expensive for a lot of families, particularly if you've got more than one or two children. That can be $100 night on you, and that's a lot of money to spend. So getting a free night is going to give those kids a chance to endear themselves to the game and, come along the same way you and I did back when it was really cheap to come to a basketball game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's been a fun 2024, fun start. Lady Tigers, me and you were talking before we went on the air, they're kind of reeling a little bit. They've struggled offensively. And then they played in a tournament. Well, they actually played on a Saturday. You and I did a noon matinee game against a team from Florence High School, and they came over here, after a tough game on Friday, and it just seemed like we were a little bit tired. Our legs were a little bit weaker, but that Florence team was probably about like Southside, and we didn't do well in that game. Played in a couple of games over the Christmas break, didn't fare too well. And my point is, we're kind of reeling a little bit after a fast start. And, next Friday, the district starts. Yep. And shoot, Jackson Southside is going to be in town. So that'll be a tough start.
I talked with Coach Kirk for a little while a couple of days ago, and he told me that they didn't have a good experience at the Peggy Bain Classic. One of the reasons is Shaylee Green was still ill. She came and played in both games, but obviously did not look well and couldn't play well because of that. And, when you take one of your five out that you've been dependent on, it's a hard lesson to learn. And tonight, hopefully, she'll be back and they'll be whole again, and maybe they can start to run toward the district.
Well, the one thing that shocks me is we haven't really shot the ball well in our own gym this season so far. Adamsville, they shot the ball well against us the first night. They usually shoot it well from the three-point line. We'll have a size advantage, but we have got to get that three-point shot back in our game and start knocking down some threes. And you got to get in the 40s and 50s really to have an opportunity to win a game.
Well, the Lady Cardinals defeated Lady Tigers 52-37 in the earlier meeting back in November. But, lots of things have changed. We are on a home floor. I expect this to be a much closer game. But right now the stands are beginning to fill up. The teams are to the side of the court. We're about ready for the invocation and the national anthem. We'll take a pause here for a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with tonight's starting lineups. Stay with us here on K93. Adamsville Lady Cardinals are being introduced. First up is Haley Sims. She's followed by Bailey Brown. Then Kennedy Cleary. Next up is Brooklyn McCoy. And last but not least, Katie Johnson. And now, the introduction of the Hardin County Lady Tigers. Trying to start the new year off on a good step. First one up is Riley Strickland. Followed by Hannah Miller. Then Shaylee Green. L.B. DeBerry, Lily Beth that is. And Avery Beavis. Those are your 5 starters. Brandon Kirk, head coach, Cindy Hughes, and Todd McGee, assistant coaches. And Chad Austin, the head coach for the Cardinals. Cardinals are dressed in red with black piping. The Tigers in white tonight with maroon, of course. Shaylee Green's going to be jumping center against Sims, I believe. No, against Cleary. The tap's going to be controlled by the Lady Cardinals, and they're on offense on their end of the floor as we speak. Running with it now is tries to pass it to Sims as Cleary tried to get it out to Sims and threw it out of bounds. But it's touched apparently by a Tiger. They're going to give it to the Cardinals on their end of the floor. Here's a long three off the right side. It's off no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Picked up by the Cardinals' Sims, and then a whistle and a jump ball will be called. The shot was taken by Cleary. She missed it, scrambled in the lane for the rebound, and the full court pressure being applied by the Cardinals right off the bat. Strickland over now to Miller. Miller to Beavis. Now to Strickland. Green back to Strickland now on the left wing. As Beavis will dribble toward the head of the key. Go outside now to DeBerry. Underneath they go to Green. Green takes it to the glass and scores. Green got a spot on the right side and banked her home. And the Tigers have the early lead, 2-0. They're quickly down the floor. Tigers in a 2-3 zone. Sims now over to Cleary. Cleary's shot's going to be up and good. Check that. That's McCoy on the shot. That ties it at 2. So Beavis gets it over now to Miller. Miller will get it into the forecourt, beating the press to Strickland. Strickland backs out to the Tiger head. Being dogged very closely there by Sims. Passes it over to Beavis. Back now to DeBerry. LB tries a hot pass on the right wing. It's too much for Strickland to handle. It goes out of bounds. Give it to the Cardinals. We're tied at 2 with 6:11 left to go, first quarter. Hardin County versus Adamsville High Schools. Pass in. Loose ball in the corner. Picked up there. Finally coming up with Sims on the left wing. Should go in the paint. There's a jumper from 10's no good. Rebound, Green. Shot was made by Cleary. Green got the rebound. The Tigers are back on the offensive attack very quickly. DeBerry to Green on the right side. She drives in, stops, kicks it in the corner. Strickland had the three, didn't take it, passed it off, got it back now, drives in the paint, puts up a running hook shot that won't go, but she's fouled. That's going to be on Johnson, her first. Team's first, and it was on the floor. It's not a shooting. Miller drives the lane from left to right, down the post, goes up for the shot. She will be fouled. And foul is going to be on Sims, her first. To the line, goes Miller. First shot is good. And she got them both. So, Hannah Miller gets on the scoreboard now with 2 from the free throw line. And it's 4-2 Tigers. Now there's a foul called, and this is going to be on Miller, her first. Team's second. Or rather, team's first. Now, Cardinals will have it outside court, working the north goal, as all opponents do in Michaela Welch. Outside with Sims. Left in there to Johnson. Johnson kicked it back outside. Now it's over on the right wing. On the baseline, 12-foot jumper. No good. Rebound, Hannah Miller. Miller comes out, gets it to DeBerry across the timeline. Tigers in about a half run. Now to Green, who's come out high on the right side. She enters the circle and dishes it off on the left. And now with it is Strickland. Back to Green, to Miller. Miller head fakes, drives in the circle, bounces it back outside to Strickland. To Green, now Strickland on the left. She stops, moves into the lane, puts up a 17-foot jumper. It's off, no good. Rebound, Adamsville. And they're running. Long cross-court pass or down-the-court pass to Johnson. She missed the layup. Tigers end up with the rebound, and they're back on the other end. I think it was Green with the rebound. Now Green has it. High post right side on the offensive end for Hardin County. Driving in is Miller. Stops 8 feet away. Pushes it back right now to Green, who charged the backboard, go under for the shot. They're going to say, even though the shot did not go, it will send Green to the line. Foul is going to be called on McCoy, her first. And that's the team's third. First shot by Green is off, no good. 4-2 Tigers. Green can add to it with this next free throw. Nothing but net. 5-2 now, Tigers. 3:56. This game's going by relatively quickly. And across the timeline comes Johnson. Now out to Surratt, who's checked in for the Cardinals. Almost a steal by DeBerry. The loose ball was passed off. Bounce pass goes underneath, and scoring for the Cardinals is Surratt. So it's 5-4 Hardin County now. Tigers back on the offensive end. Following the shot. Here's a lob inside. Green got open underneath, laid it up and in. Shaylee Green got 5 now, and the Tiger lead is 3, 7-4. 3:12 left to go first. Out to Johnston. Now long three-pointer. It's off, no good. Rebound. It's follow is going to roll off the back rim and be batted out of bounds. As Surratt had to follow, went sort of backhanded with it with the left hand, and it's off, no good. Goes out of bounds. Give it to the Tigers. Now Miller and Beavis, along with Strickland, fighting the full court pressure. They finally get it across the timeline. Green will enter the circle, dish it off on the left wing. A 3 up, no good by Strickland. Rebound is snatched away there by Johnson. Now down the floor they go. Johnson drives the left side. Shots up, no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be on Green, her first. And to the line, Katie Johnson will be shooting 2 with 2:32 left to go here in the first period. First shot's good. Got them both. 7-6, Tigers by a scant point. Now Miller looking for Green in the middle. She's covered up, trying to beat the pressure. They finally get it down to Miller on the pass from Strickland to Miller in the right half of the court. The Tigers have it. A lob underneath the Green. Green is going to the basket. It's going up for the shot. It won't go. Partially blocked, but she's fouled. And the foul is going to be on Luna, who has come in. Green on the line. First shot's good. She's got 6 now. With 2:12 remaining in the first period. 8-6 Hardin County. And Green got both of them. So it's 9-6, 2:08 left. Driving in is Johnson and loses it. It's going to be picked up on the floor by Strickland. Riley running the floor. Goes to the right side to Green, way out on the right wing. Now to Averly Warren, who's checked in for the Tigers. Out to Miller. Her first three-point attempt tonight is going to be off the front rim, no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called underneath, and it's going to be on Warren. Pushing off underneath. And the Cardinals will have a chance to tie things up with a 3 here. As a pass inside to Johnson, or rather Cleary had it, tried to force it underneath, off her fingertips, out of bounds, touch slash by the Cardinals, give it to the Tigers. Full court pressure, Strickland. Now to Green. Green trapped in the back, gets it over to Strickland. She gets it over the line and to the right wing. Now to Green, who's come up high. Lob underneath to Warren. Warren, turn around, jumper won't go, but she got the follow easily and laid it up and in. So Avery Warren picks up her first 2 tonight, and it's 11-6 Tigers. Pass in, and a shot for 3 off the left side is no good by the Cardinals. Rebound taken down there by Cleary. Driving in the lane, getting the rebound and driving in for the shot under is Surratt. A loose ball down in the corner. Somebody stepped on the line, but a timeout was called, I'm guessing. I thought the official picked the ball up and blew the whistle, but it was a timeout called by Coach Kirk. 49.1 seconds remaining. Tigers up 11-6, back in 30. Hardin County has the basketball deep in the backcourt with 46 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, leading 11-6. Green breaks it across the line, goes in the corner, kicks it over, and there's a shot good. Warren with the rebound, follow didn't go, and then it's going to be picked up by Johnson. Johnson runs the floor, dishes it off now on to Surratt. Surratt tries to put up a shot, block now, and I didn't see who blocked it, but Green.
Warren.
Yeah, Warren gets the block. Tigers get the ball. They come down. They'll lose it right back as DeBerry has it stripped in the forecourt. And the Cardinals will have it with 10 seconds. Here in the quarter, there's a pass underneath, driving in. Another shot blocked by Warren. And rebounds taken down by Miller. 1 second. Here's a long shot by Strickland at the buzzer that's well short of the mark. And the quarter ends with the Lady Tigers taking an impressive 5-point lead, 11-6. We'll be back in 1 minute. Lady Cardinals will have the basketball to begin the second period. They trail 11-6 at the hands of the Hardin County Tigers. This is ladies basketball, of course. They'll work the perimeter outside. Tigers still in a 2-3. They try to stab it inside the lane there to Cleary. Now a loose ball in the corner is taken and put up for a 3 from the dead corner, and that is Surratt, and she nailed it. Tigers still working against this full court pressure. Now Strickland tries to go to Miller on the or rather Beavis on the left side. It's knocked out of bounds by a Cardinal defender. It'll be Tiger basketball. In the forecourt they come. Beavis has it, head of the key. Right side now to Warren. Kicked over now. Here's DeBerry for 3. Won't go. Rebound taken down by a new Cardinal who will not show me her number yet. But the Cardinals bring it down on offense. It's a pass in the lane there. Out now to Johnson. Johnson drives under, misses a layup. Follow. It looked like Warren got involved in a tussle there with, again, it's another foul called on Averly.
That's 2 on her, but
Yeah.
that was a pretty weak call on that block. She had position. She really didn't do anything, just held her hands up.
Surratt on the line shooting 2. First one's off, no good.
She'll have to come out.
So the Green had been out momentarily. Now she's back in. Surratt going for the second free throw and can cut the lead to 1 if she hits it, and she did. 6:53. Tight game here. Tigers leading by 1. They get to Green in the middle, break the press easily. They could just continue to keep going in the middle on that, and they did it to perfection that time. Over now to Green. Green takes a 16-footer. It's off, no good. Rebound, Cardinals. Running with it's Johnson in the full court. And that was Luna who got the rebound back there. As they work it inside the lane, Miller got a hand on it, went straight up. It was picked up there by Johnson. Now off one time to Johnson again. She tries a shot underneath, missed it.
Yeah.
Now to Strickland, who came up with the loose ball, was about to go to town, and she dribbled it on her foot. And it's out of bounds. Give it to the Cardinals with 6:08 left to go here in the second. Tigers up 11-10. Pass down on the baseline, and a jumper inside is off, no good by Palmer. Rebound, Green. And that is Morgan Palmer who's in for the Lady Cardinals. Now, DeBerry out to Beavis. Now to Green. To Strickland. Eyes a 3. Instead goes to Green at the high post right side. Back to Strickland. She tries to long pass in the corner, not advisable, and it almost was stolen by the Cardinals, if not for it going out of bounds, and it will be Tiger basketball. So Strickland connects with Miller on the inbounds pass. 5:36 left, and there's a whistle and a foul call.
Bill, I don't know about you, but they're really calling this game close here in the first half.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's just basically a hand check, if anything.
and now it will be. The foul was on Cleary, and the ball is going to be stolen away and out of bounds, knocked out of bounds on the inbounds pass, and the Cardinals will have it and are able to gain the lead on this trip down the floor. Cleary drives underneath, puts up a shot, no good. Whistle and a foul called on the rebound. And that's going to be on Beavis, her first. Team second in the quarter. First shot is off, no good. By Luna. I think that's Luna. She won't turn. Second shot is up, and she hit 1 out of 2 there and just refuses to turn in my direction. No, that's going to be Cleary. And driving down to get it underneath and driving in for the layup for the Tigers is Miller. She'll pick up her second bucket tonight. And it's 13-11 Tigers. 5:02 left to go here in the second period. Moving around with the ball on the outside is Sims. Passes it down the lane. It's loose. All of a sudden picked back up by Sims. It was not clear who was going to end up with possession of that fumble there. Now there's another struggle for the basketball out toward midcourt, and it looks like DeBerry is going to pick up a foul, attempting to create a takeaway there. And it's 13-11. Tigers still by 2. Led the whole game. Now there's a pass inside. There was for Cleary. There was a collision under there. The ball came out. It's touched last by the Tigers. Give it to the Cardinals. Almost a steal by Miller on the inbound pass. Nice play by Hannah. But she lost it out of bounds. Give it to the Cardinals. 4:29 in the second period. 13-11, Hardin County. Here's a pass over. A steal, attempted steal by Strickland. Gets away from her and goes into the bleachers. And the Cardinals struggling to try to regain or to gain the lead for the first time tonight. They work it outside to Sims on the head of the key. Now on the left side of Johnson. Back over to Surratt. There's a three off the left side. It's up and good as Katie Johnson just did what I was hoping they wouldn't do. Is taking the lead for the first time tonight. The Cardinals lead 14-13 after that three. Miller on the other end tries the three of her own, won't go. Rebound, Strickland outran her opponent, came up with the basketball. Gets it over to Beavis on the left side. Back to Strickland for three, missed it. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds, touched last by Beavis. Give it to the Lady Cardinals. They now lead 14-13. 3:37 left to go in the first half. Across the timeline come the Cardinals. With it is Brown. Picked up by Johnson. Now on the left wing to Sims. Sims over to Brown. Lob down on the baseline. Back outside to Brown. Over on the left side now to Sims. 3:05 left to go here in the half. 14-13 Adamsville. They're still working that perimeter. Tigers still in the zone. Here's a charge. Nice defensive play by Shaylee Green. She set up
he just
a
teed
good
her
posture. I mean, just and she must have said something.
No,
to
she threw the ball down, slammed it. Yeah,
I didn't see. I was wondering what it was.
Well, the thing is it's not so much what she did; it's where she did it, and it was right at the official's feet.
Oh.
And so he's going to go. And
so that's going to put Lilybeth DeBerry on the line to shoot two for the Tigers' effort. She can regain the lead. She hits both. Tied it up.
It wasn't vicious. It was just right at his feet. He didn't like it. He took offense to it. He made the call. And
missed the second one. She's got 1 out of 2 here, but the Tigers will have the basketball at midcourt, and we're tied at 14. Brand new ball game right here. Back into the game comes Warren.
She's going to have to be careful. She's got 2 fouls on her.
Out comes Beavis. And DeBerry across the timeline goes on the right side now to Strickland. Strickland looking to Green. Green, a quick pass over to Warren. Worked like a charm. She laid it up on the left side. She got her 4th point. And the Tigers lead again, 16-14 now. Pass inside now to Luna. Now on the right wing. Here's a pass outside to Sims. Sims gets it to Brown. Brown over to Johnson in the lane. Back to Brown. Now Johnson goes in, tries to lay up off the front rim. No good. Rebound. Warren. Outlet pass. Was about to form, and DeBerry decided to hold up and walk it down slowly with 2 minutes left to go here in the second period. Here's a lob into Green, about 8 or 10 feet up the lane. She'll cross the lane, kick it over on the left side to Warren. Warren kicks it out. There's a three from the corner by DeBerry. It's off, no good. The rebound is going to go out of bounds on side court. And now there's a timeout called. Timeout Cardinals, 1:44 left to go second period. Tigers lead at 16-14. We'll be right back. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell. We're right here at McCaleb Welch Gymnasium. Hardin County Tigers hosting the Adamsville Cardinals in girls basketball. Right now, the Lady Tigers up 16-14. And if you just joined us, it's been a battle royal thus far. And the Cardinals have come back from a deficit, had the lead, and then gave it back up. Now, with the basketball and working with it following the timeout, Johnson goes right side now to Luna. Now a whistle and a foul is going to be. Foul's going to be on DeBerry, I'm thinking. It's her second. And the Cardinals will take it with 1:23 here. Driving under is Johnson, kicks it outside. Here's a three off the left side and just knocked the bottom out.
She can shoot.
What is that? What is that number?
She didn't have much room.
Oh, that's going to be Brown, who gets the three and regains the lead for the Cardinals. Tigers get it down the floor, get it to Green in the paint. She loses it as Beavis and Johnson, or rather Cleary, fight for it at the end line. It's going to go out of bounds, and they say Cleary touched it last. Into the game comes Jaylee Jean for the Lady Tigers. And they'll inbound it on the baseline. Get it out to Jean. Jean gets it over to Miller. Miller has it swatted out of bounds, and they say that she touched it last. That's a close call there. Bailey Brown will inbound it for the Cardinals with 48 seconds left to go here. In the second period, Cardinals up 17-16. With it outside is Sims. Sims over to Cleary. Cleary shot won't go. Rebound, take it down. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the Cardinals.
That's probably not the shot that Adamsville's coach wanted. I imagine he probably wanted to run it down. That was a quick shot, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was foul was on Sims. The Tigers will have it with 33 seconds left to go. Now, Strickland double teamed in the backcourt. Going to have to hurry.
Yeah,
Green gets it over now into Beavis. Beavis quick pass under to Miller. Miller goes in for the layup, but she's going to be hammered onto there as Palmer is going to be called for a foul, and it's going to put Lily Beth on the line to shoot. No, Hannah on the line to shoot two. So Hannah Miller is at the free throw line. First shot's off, no good. 20 seconds left in the first half. Tigers trail by one. And Miller can tie it right here. She did. She had one of two. She's got 5 on the night. 19 seconds, tied at 17. Good time to have a brand new ball game. 12 seconds. Cardinals working outside, way out. Johnson gets it over now. Or rather, Cleary gets it to Johnson. Now driving and trying to put up a layup with 1 second left as go in the lane, and she's going to draw a foul, and we'll get to shoot two. The foul is going to be on Shaylee Green. That's her second. And to the line to shoot two is Surratt, Maddie Surratt. First shot's good. And unless there's a miracle, the Tigers are going to go into the locker room down by at least one here. Second shot coming, 0.1 seconds to give you an example of how much time is left. So the second shot's good. Inbound's going to go to Green. She can do nothing with it. The horn sounds, and as I thought, the first half of play, it comes to a close, 19-17, Cardinals on top.
Yeah, not a lot of offense. Obviously, it's been a game of turnovers for us. We've turned it over several times. Bill, like I told you, in the pregame, we haven't shot the ball well here, and we continue to do that.
No threes in this half.
Yeah, you're not going to win any ball games with the team that we have, especially if we're not going to give any minutes to Warren and let her and Shaylee work together inside. That seems to be really the only offense that we've mustered up so far. But we have got to be able to shoot our threes if we're going to win this game. I imagine that Adamsville's coach is happy with where he's at right now. It's a low-scoring game. The tempo is really slow and methodical, and that press is effective in a way that it's taken us a minute to get it down the floor, but it's not like they're after us, getting after us. It's just that they're making us work, and hopefully we'll come out in the second half and bombs away from the three-point line, and they'll struggle on their end. But anyway, typical Adamsville Hardin County game, 19-17, halftime. I mean, this is the usual deal.
In the first quarter, the Lady Tigers outscored the Cardinals 11-6, and in the second quarter, the Cardinals returned the favor only 13-6. So it's that type of game. This may end up being one of those games where whoever takes the last shot wins.
Well,
and
they've hit a few more threes than we have.
They've hit 3. We've hit none. So
see, that's 9 of their 19 points right there. They've hit a couple of free throws. We haven't been. We're about 50% maybe from the free throw line.
70%.
Yeah, 70%. So, and neither team has been to the free throw line a lot. Now, I will say this: the officiating crew, they've been calling it pretty tight both ways, more so than we've seen, in the first several games that we've been involved in. So, anyway.
All right, so halftime. Lady Tigers game tonight, 19-17, Adamsville on top. We'll take a pause here for a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back with more from the Caleb Welch Gymnasium in Hardin County High School. Stay with us.
Centennial Bank.
All right, welcome back to Michaela Welch Gymnasium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Bill Sharp. We're at halftime of the Lady Tigers and the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals on top, 19-17. As everybody is watching Taylor Couch out here, as he's shooting, what'd you say, for $200?
Yep, so Centennial Bank is pledged for every half-court shot T-Man makes to donate $250. So
well, they got one. He's got one down. So
right.
he usually gets about 3 or 4. So we'll see. Hey, the Christmas, New Year's, and your team was on the road in a Christmas tournament over the Christmas holidays. So tell us a little bit about how that came, and looking forward to Adamsville tonight, and then getting into district play next Friday night.
Yep, went down to Alcorn and played in their Peggy Bain Classic, played Kossuth, Mississippi, and Walnut, Mississippi, 2 teams that we had already played. But anyway, we went down there. Kossuth ended up beating us by 1, and then we defeated Walnut that next day. Didn't play our best that first day. Thought we played a lot better the second day. You know how it is at Christmas time with high school kids. So kind of sluggish, but, kind of getting over that Christmas break. But had another kid out. I thought we were getting healthy, and that last week before Christmas finally had a full roster. But Peyton Murphy, who had been starting and playing for us, a senior, actually broke a bone in his hand in the Baldwin game. And so he has been out since. And so that first game, we missed his presence and kind of our rotation like we had talked about, kind of figuring it out. And you take a guy that's playing 20-plus minutes a night and been one of our better shooters, if not our best shooter, out. Kind of had to make some adjustments there. But, next man up mentality, and hoping we'll get him back sooner rather than later. But so that happened, but we did play 2 games, and now we're back in here tonight.
Yeah, had a big win over Adamsville at the beginning of the season. Adamsville kind of in a rebuilding mode. But, this is a game, it's a rival game. It's a game that I'm sure you're wanting your kids to kind of get after it and get ready because, coming in next week, Southside, one of the better teams, if not the best team in West Tennessee, come into town and district action starts.
Yep. Adamsville, always a fun game. Big crowd here tonight, and something we look forward to playing every year. And they've improved over the season, played some close games over the break, and then, their first game back after the new year, just like us. So trying to show some improvement here tonight as we get ready for district play. And, got Jackson Southside coming in next week, and probably, I would say, one of the 2 or 3 best teams in West Tennessee. So looking forward to it tonight and getting into district play, and we'll see if our girls can pull this one out here tonight.
All right, if you want to hear more from Ryan, tune in the morning for Sports Talk at 9 a.m. He'll be with me. We'll talk more about tonight's game and get you set for next Friday night, Southside in town. Second half coming your way. Let's take a 15-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Perfect. All right. 15-second break. Hadn't done that in quite a while. Tigers have the basketball to begin the third period of play. They trail 19-17 at the hands of the Adamsville Lady Cardinals. Right now, L.B. DeBerry is out ahead of the key to Green. Quick pass back to DeBerry, charging on the right side. Couldn't get a shot off, or what looked like a shot. There was a foul call, but she's going to go to the line. So Sims picks up a foul. That's her first. And on the line is LB to shoot 2. First shot is off. No good. Right now, the Cardinals are 6 for 6 from the free throw line. The Tigers are only 7 of 11. So LB will hit the second free throw, helping the Tiger cause. Cut the lead now to 1, 19-18. Cardinals on top. And with the basketball. With it now is Luna. passes it underneath, going up for the shot right up against Strickland was Cleary, and she scores. So, pass underneath, bank shot in the corner. The Tigers get it down, and Miller tries a long three, no good. Rebound taken down. Green tapped it. Miller came back up with it, and will circle right to left around the free throw line. Now Green has it. High post, hands it off now. LB for three, no. Rebound taken down by Cleary. And a whistle and a foul called. And I didn't see who that foul was on, but here come the Cardinals following that infraction. On the left side now, Johnson underneath, driving layup. It's off no good there by Surratt. Rebound taken down by Strickland. She runs the floor, kicks it in the corner to Miller. Miller from the right side goes in and has it tapped away by Johnson. Miller gets it back, however, in the backcourt. Now to Green in the circle. She'll drive, stop in the paint, kick it outside now to Strickland. Back to Green inside now. Now to LB for three. Won't go. Rebound taken down by the Cardinals. Coming up with it and dribbling down is Surratt. Surratt over to Luna. Here's a shot. It's off the back rim high, and rebound's going to be tapped out of bounds over the back of Strickland, but it will be Cardinal basketball on the baseline. 5:56 left to go here in the third. 21-18. Cardinals on top. Right now with it is Sims on the right side. A three. It's off no good. Green with the rebound. Shaley comes out dribbling. Gets it over now to Strickland. Strickland to DeBerry on the right side to Beavis. In the corner to Miller for three. No. Rebound outside. Coming up with it is Surratt. Surratt dribbles down the floor. Passes it underneath. And a loose ball. Is there a jumper from the free throw line is finally put up there by Cleary. Ball is saved in. The Tigers end up with possession. 21-18 now. Tigers back on the offensive attack. 5:15 left to go, third period. Passing now to Green on the low post. She puts up the shot, partially blocked. Won't go. Rebound, Cardinals. Now they're running. Down the floor they go. Brown outside now, and here's a three-point shot. It's off no good by Luna. Rebound, Green. Green gets it to Riley Strickland. Strickland returns the favor, and Green now at the free throw line. Adamsville's been in a man-to-man all night. Strickland stopped at the free throw line. Gets it out now to DeBerry. Back to Green. Right side. Outside now DeBerry giving an open three on the left. In and out. Won't go. Rebound. Beavis. Miller gets the loose ball. Puts it up from a deep corner. And nailed it. Anna Miller hits the three. We're tied at 21. 4:06 left to go in the third. A pass in the lane is going to be intercepted there by Beavis. She gets the outlet pass to Strickland. Tigers are running, but the Cardinals are back on D. Now, as Beavis gets it over to Green, she stops about 12 feet away. Kicks it over on the left side. LB's shot for threes off no good. Rebound taken down. Cardinals. Sims on the rebound. On the floor. They get it into the paint. Johnson crosses the lane. Loses it out on the left side. Now a tap out of bounds. Touched last by Avery Beavis. And it will be Cardinal basketball with 3:30 left to go in the third. Out comes Green. In comes Warren. Now, the Cardinals work it outside underneath, and going in for an easy layup there is Palmer. Morgan Palmer gets her first 2 points on the night, and it's 23-21. Tigers working against the press again. Now to Warren, almost a backcourt violation, but I believe DeBerry got her feet down. The officials agree with me, so the Tigers are still working it in and going into Warren. She's wide open. Well, there was somebody next to her, but couldn't reach her, and she laid it up and in. Quick two. She's got 6 now. Here's now Palmer, that is, has a shot inside, won't go, and outside a shot from the left from about 12 won't go. Rebound's going to be stuck up and in, and I believe that was Cleary on the basket. And it's 25-23. Cardinals on top by 2. Warren at midcourt. Now over to LB for 3. She got it. Yes. Lilybeth DeBerry gives the Tigers a 1-point lead. It's been seesaw like this all night. Now Brown on the right side to Palmer. Palmer back outside. Here's a long 3. It's off, no good. Rebound. Miller. Strickland snatches it away from Sims and gets it into the forecourt. Lob underneath the Warren. She's open. The shot won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul called against the Cardinals on the shot. That's going to be on Palmer, Morgan Palmer. Her first, and the team's first in the quarter. To the line goes Averly Warren. First shot is cleanly in the cotton. Tigers now have a 2-point lead. 27-25. Got them both. It's got a really good, smooth form on that free throw. 28-25 now. 1:43 left in the third. Tigers up by 3. Passing the paint to Palmer. She'll kick it back outside now. Driving and trying to go in for another layup there is McCoy. A blocked shot, and let's say it's going to be out on the Tigers. But I believe it was Warren with the block. Baseline, 1:33 left to go in the third. Cardinals with the basketball. They trail 28-25. Johnson on the left side to Palmer in the lane. Cross-court pass is stolen away by Strickland. Strickland in the forecourt, outside now to DeBerry. Now to Strickland. Back to DeBerry. 1:14 to Warren. Warren at the free throw line right side. Over now to Miller for 3. No. Rebound. Cardinals. And that's Cleary with it. Now to Palmer at the free throw line. Shot's off, no good. Follow's going to be blocked by DeBerry. And a loose ball. Tigers were about to go on a fast break, and a whistle will stop the action. The foul is going to be on Surratt for the Cardinals. With 52 seconds left to go in the third, 28-25. Tigers up by 3. It's been a good game to watch. So Warren has it at midcourt, gets it over now to Strickland, outside to DeBerry, to Warren, who's come high on the right side. Off to the left wing now to DeBerry. 34 seconds, not in any hurry, apparently. Here's a pass underneath. Warren, she's open, she scores. So, and she's fouled. That's going to be on Palmer, her third. And Warren will get the three-point play. Cardinals have it with 28 seconds coming down the floor. They get it on the right side now to Luna. Luna has it stripped away by Warren. Out to Strickland. Strickland in the forecourt. Now to DeBerry on the left side for three. Won't go. Rebound is going to be tapped out of bounds with 8 seconds left. Touch last by, I believe, Palmer. And if not, maybe Cleary, but it's definitely Tiger basketball with 8.6 seconds remaining here in the third. Tigers up by 6 now. It's a pass 3 seconds at the lane. It's a shot by Beavis right at the horn. It's off, no good. And that will be the end of the third period. But the Tigers jump out by 6 here going into the fourth. Stay with us here on K93. We'll be back for quarter number 4 right after these words. Lady Tigers outscored the Cardinals 14-6 in that quarter and are enjoying a 6-point lead, but there's 8 more minutes left on this clock, and I'm almost certain that the Lady Cardinals aren't done. Tigers still in the 2-3 zone as the Cardinals uncork their offense on the south end of the gym. Pass over in the corner, driving in the lane and trying to put up a shot and I think they're going to call that on third. They called it on Averly. And
well, she tripped on the way around.
And I believe that's Maddie Surratt. She could not get the number. I believe that's number 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Maddie Surratt at the line. Shooting 2. She hit them both. And now it's 31-27. Tigers trying to get it in. They get it in. A timeout called by Coach Kirk on the other end. He thought maybe we were running out of time to get it in. So with timeout on the floor, Tigers leading 31-27. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back. Hardin County has the basketball with 7:43 left to go in the fourth quarter here. They lead 31-27. Working against the pressure again. Strickland now to DeBerry, midcourt. They break the pressure. Get it over to Strickland on the left side. Now to Warren, high post right side. She dribbles right and then gets it over to DeBerry. She'll drive in, lose it in the lane. It's going to be picked up by the Cardinals. Coming out with is Johnson. Johnson drives down, put up a shot, blocked by Warren. Rebound is going to be put in, and now Warren's going to get called, I'm afraid, for that fourth foul, yeah. As she went in to attack the Cardinal in question there.
Well, she's had about 3 touch fouls called on her tonight.
And that was Surratt, who's on the line now shooting 2 more. Right now she's 6 for 6 from the free throw line. I don't think we want her on the line that much. 31-28 now. She's got another here with 7:13 left. Got it. It didn't want to go in, but it fell. Green. She inbounds. As Warren goes to the bench, Green comes in. Strickland dribbling outside to Green, high post right side. Shaley drifts left on the dribble and comes back. Gets it to Beavis. Avery Beavis outside at the head of the key. Now back to Green. Green stops about 8 feet away, pushes it back now to Miller for three. Hannah Miller got back both of those free throws and some. And the Tigers lead is 5 again, 6:36. Now on the baseline is Johnson. Johnson shoots it up over Green, and it won't go. Follows, won't go. Finally, Green gets hammered to the floor. And the foul is going to be called on Palmer. That's the third on Palmer. The Tigers will take it out baseline, 6:26 remaining. It's out now to Strickland at midcourt. They'll break the pressure. She drifts left on the dribble. Picks it up, goes to Green, the head of the key, shading right side. Crosses left, gets it to Strickland. Strickland giving an open path to the basket. Missed the layup. Got her own rebound. Kicked out to Miller for three off the right. Yes! Finding the range. Hannah Miller got 14 tonight. The Tiger lead is 8. Biggest lead of the night. With it now is Surratt on the right wing. Working against this 2-3 Tiger zone. Green anchoring in the middle. Now Johnson, left side. Here's a pass in the paint. A jumper, it's off, no good. Follows blocked, and I believe it was DeBerry that going to be called for the foul. Yeah. They're calling Lily Beth on her third foul. And on the line, shooting two, is Surratt.
Well, they don't miss many from there, do they?
Well, she hit the first one of this time, too. She's 9 for 9 right now, but there's another one. So 37-31, Tigers up by 6. Timeout on the floor called here with 5:29 left to go in the game. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come right back with more from Caleb Welch. .5:26 left to go in the game. Tigers work it up the floor, almost throw it away. Saved at midcourt by Hannah Miller. Over now to Strickland, head of the key. Left wing now to LB. Under Green. Green attacks the left side. Turnaround jumper. Got it, yes. Smooth move by Shaylee Green. She puts 2 on. She has 9 tonight. 39-31. Tigers by 8. That was a travel there. They did call it. I didn't think they were going to. As McCoy spin and tried to go down the lane and took extra steps, the backside official made the call. The Tigers have it on the turnover, but they're going to cough it right back up. As Sims ends up with the basketball, there's a whistle and a foul call. That's going to be the second on Hannah Miller. 4:56 left to go here. Pass inside down. Sims underneath, and a shot is up and good by McCoy. She gets her 4th point tonight, and it's 39-33. Green beats the pressure. Long pass down to Miller on the left wing. So Beavis lobs it now to Green at the free throw line. She crosses right left, goes to Strickland. Strickland goes in, tries a layup underneath, missed it. Rebound taken down by Cleary. Down the floor she goes to the shot, missed it, and the rebound's picked up by Green. Outlet pass, Miller's going to get a layup underneath, but they are going to call a foul on the floor before the shot. The foul is going to be on Brown. Okay, Tigers take it out baseline with 4:08 left to go here in the 4th period. Miller has it deep in the corner right side. Now to Beavis, back outside to Green, through the circle and at the head of the key. She picks it up, goes on the dribble back toward midcourt, then goes left side now to Beavis. She penetrates for a second and then bounce passes it back to Green. Now out on the right wing, DeBerry tries to go to Green, throws it away. It's going to be stolen away. And down the floor they go, and a shot is going to be put up by McCoy. And she will be fouled there, I believe, by Miller, by Green. That's her 3rd. And McCoy on the line to shoot 2. First shot's good. That cut the lead now to 5. .330 left in the game. She missed it. Rebound, Beavis. Now there's a timeout call, a quick timeout call by Hardin County with 3:27 left to go here. Tigers up 39-34. We'll be back in 1 minute. .327 left to go in the game. Tigers up 39-34 with the basketball. Under pressure in the backcourt as we come back on the air to Green. Green double teamed in the corner baseline. Gets an outlet pass now to Strickland. Strickland quickly over to Miller on the left wing. Miller wants a 3, can't go with it. Goes back to Green at the head of the key. Green drives in for the layup. They're going to wave it off and call a charge on Green as she took it to the basket. Standing in there was Sims to take the charge, and that was a turnaround that the Tigers may hope never happened later on. That was at least a 2-point swing. Now, there's a timeout as the Cardinals bring it across midcourt. They don't have no clue what he's referring to. Maybe there was a substitution. They were.
Well, I don't think they alerted them. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. But then they said just hang tight. So.
Well, they're giving it back to the Cardinals. 3:08 now. With it outside now is Brown. In the left wing to Johnson on the corner left side, that is. Back to Brown. Now here's a attempted steal by Beavis, saved by the Cardinals as Brown has it on the right side. Now Brown goes toward the head of the key. Here's a long 3-pointer. It's off and no good by Surratt. Rebound taken down by DeBerry. DeBerry falls to the floor.
You got to go.
Managed to try to get it across
How
to
do we
beat the
do
10-second. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
No, they didn't call a timeout. No.
That was a 10-second call. I don't know. We were just not paying much attention to what was going on.
Well, LB got knocked down or kind of turned her ankle or whatever, but once she got the ball and threw it over to a Tiger, they just kind of went into slow motion.
Well, anyway, the Cardinals have it now. They're working with it inside the lane. Pass it off on the left side, and Beavis will knock it out of bounds. With Tigers now leading by 5, 2:13 left to go in the game.
Yeah, we're going to turn it up a notch, though, because they've really turned it up on their end.
So Brown on the right for a 3 on the right side. Won't go. Rebound.
Golly, Bill.
Is, I believe, LB.
We're going to get the ball. I don't know. I guess that's out on
the two players kind of walked the ball. That was Miller instead. Kind of walked the ball in to the baseline, and it turns out to be Tiger basketball.
Yeah.
They try to work it up the floor. It's knocked out of bounds at midcourt by Brooklyn McCoy. And then so the Tigers will have it now into the forecourt. 1:53 left to go in the game. Strickland has it on the right wing, and Rosser balanced momentarily, rocked back, and picked up her pivot foot and walked with the basketball. So the Cardinals can't say they haven't had their opportunities. They'll have it now with 1:47 remaining. With it is Luna on the right wing. She wants a 3, instead goes in the paint, and there's a jumper. It's going to be up and no good by Cardinal. Rebound taken down by Green. Green trapped in the corner. Strickland coming out of the pack. 1:32 now. Tigers up by 5. As Strickland goes in the paint with it, gets it over to Miller. Now there's a whistle and a foul call. And it's going to be on Johnson. With 1:23 remaining, that's her first. Now Miller inbounds it to Strickland. Tigers save it inbounds, almost into backcourt. Saved there by Miller. Now timeout call, Kirk from the sideline with 1:17 remaining. I guess Brandon's trying to get their attention, and now there's a timeout on the floor. Tigers lead at 39-34. 1:17 remaining. Back in 60 seconds. .117 left to go in the game. Tigers have the basketball and a 5-point lead. So, Shaylee Green takes the inbounds pass, and she will be hammered at midcourt. And I think that is only the 4th team foul in the quarter. Tigers will take it outside court, 112. Inbounds to Strickland. Strickland will be fouled at that point, and she will go to the line and shoot 2. Fouls on Brown. Her second. And to the line goes Riley Strickland with a couple of pressure shots. First one is good. 40-34, 41-34. She hit them both. Now 109 across the timeline comes Johnson. Kicks it off on the left side. A long three is off, no good. Rebound. Miller being forced into the offensive half of the floor and got broadsided there by Surratt, who didn't intend to, but knocked her flat. And that's going to put Hannah Miller, I don't think any of the worse for wear, on the line, shooting 2 with a 7-point lead right now. 1 minute left to go. She hits both of these, it may be out of reach. First one is good. One minute exactly left in the game. Tigers up now by 8. Missed the second free throw, but Green got the rebound. So now another whistle and a quick foul. That's going to be on Cleary. Foul is not going to be a problem for her, but on the line goes Shaylee Green to shoot 2. Missed the first one. You know, that's where that old 1-on-1 would have been really acute.
Mm-hmm.
And she hit 1 out of 2 there. She's got 10 double figures for the night. 57 seconds. Tigers up by 9. Passing the lane, they throw it away. Picked up by Beavis. Beavis out to Strickland. Strickland in the backcourt fouled with 49 seconds left to go in this here contest. Fouls on Cleary. And on the line for the Tigers is Riley Strickland. First shot won't go. .6 seconds remaining. And she hit the second one. It's 44-34. Tigers in double figures first time of the night for either team. Long three-pointer off, no good. Strickland with the rebound will be triple teamed and sort of mashed on the inline. And I think eventually the backside official or the east side of the official call the timeout. I call the foul on Surratt. Regardless, to the line, shooting 2 is Riley Strickland. First shot's good. Second shot, got them both. Cardinals come down the floor, going in for a layup is Surratt. There's a steal on the inbounds pass, and they get another deuce. 46-38 now, 22 seconds remaining. Tigers will get it inside now to Green, and that happened PDQ there as they scored and stole the inbounds pass and scored again and did serious damage to the lead, but with 20 seconds remaining, 46-38, probably going to be enough to pull it off anyway. And on the line right now, shooting 2 is LB DeBerry. Oh, right, that's Green, sorry. That's Shaylee Green shooting 2. And we have put up a bunch tonight. First shot's good. Second shot, it's good as well. So, 48-38. Tigers by 10. Cardinals down the floor. Johnson puts up a three-pointer. Off, no good. Rebound, Green. Green goes to the floor, and a held ball will be assessed with 9.9 seconds remaining. Tigers will go to 8-7 on the season with this victory tonight. And it's Tiger basketball to boot on the held ball. Now they get it across the timeline to Strickland. Still being pressured in the forecourt. 2 seconds, 1 second. Finally, a steal. And the clock winds down, and that's the end of the game. 48-38 is the final score. And it was a tightly held ball game until the fourth quarter, and then the Tigers just kind of eased away. And I don't know which – it may be a case of one team running out of gas before the other. But right now, the Lady Tigers are proud to go into the locker room with a 10-point win.
Well, they they kind of turned up the heat there, the energy a little bit. Adamsville did late. I'm not quite sure why he started fouling at the time that he did, but I'm glad he did. I thought maybe one possession or two too early, but we started hitting some threes, and that was the difference. Hannah got hot outside. Lily Beth hit a couple, and then that kind of sealed the deal for them. They struggled in the second half shooting, and so that helped us out a lot as well.
I got a quiz for you.
All right.
Guess how many free throw shots Hardin County had in this game?
How many we actually shot?
How many we take?
Free throws. I'd say we had 15.
27.
27
free throws, and we hit 20 of them.
Yeah, well, you should win if you got 27 attempts at a free shot.
Adamsville had 14 attempts, and they made 13 of them.
Yeah. Well, of course, a lot of that was they were fouling us in that last minute
the pressure,
and a half.
Pressure creates fouls, too.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was a big win for them. They needed that, and now they take a little momentum in. Unfortunately, we don't play again until next Friday. I don't know who set the schedule up, but we've had a couple of these, and then the next week following that, we get in one of those 3-night rotations. So, but it's a big win for them. Some momentum. Jackson Southside's coming in. I think they're defending state champs. Will be in the house next Friday at 6 p.m. So district time is here now. First half of the season's over, and we get down to some real business.
48-38, final score. Hardin County outlast Adamsville. They split a pair this year, and they'll have to wait till next year to try it again. But it's been fun. Lots of folks here tonight on free night. And if you're not have anything else to do, I'm sure it's the cheapest form of recreation you can do tonight. So come on down to McCaleb Welch and check in. If not, stay with us here on K93. Men will be hitting the floor in just a few minutes, so we'll be back after these words from our sponsors. I guarantee it. Back here at Makeda Welch Gymnasium, Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell coming to you from the Steve Smith press box high atop the gymnasium here, as the Lady Tigers have just defeated the Lady Cardinals of Adamsville by a score of 48-38. Coming up for you here on K93 is the boys' game, which is being prepared for on the floor as I speak. Let's look at the scoring in the opening game tonight, and these are unofficial, of course, but probably pretty close. For the Cardinals, and actually, according to my records, the high scorer for the game is Maddie Surratt with 17. She's followed by Katie Johnson with 7. Let's see, Brooklyn McCoy with 5. Bailey Brown with 5. Also, Kennedy Cleary with 4. And Katie Johnson with 7, in case I didn't call her out. But those are the scores for the Cardinals. For the Tigers tonight, leading scorer is Hannah Miller with 15. She's followed by Shaylee Green with 12. Averly Warren with 11. Riley Strickland with 6. Lilybeth DeBerry with 4. And that about wraps it up. So 48-38. Tigers, as we said earlier, got hit 20 of 27 from the free throw line for 74%. And that was enough to outlast the Cardinals, who were 13 of 14 for 93%. They just had more opportunities. So that's a big night for the Tigers. I know they wanted this. They felt really bad about, being thrashed pretty well over in Adamsville, 52-37, and this was a good chance to get some payback.
Yeah, Adamsville shot the ball really well in their place. We didn't shoot it so well over there that night, and then we come back here in the second half and really do the things that we do well, and that's shooting outside, rebounding the basketball. And so it was a good night, like you said. It's always good to win. It gives you a better feeling. And, starting, next Friday night is district, and it's full district all the way except for one game.
Yeah.
Next, Wednesday, I guess?
Yeah, it's a day game.
Carroll Academy comes into town. But other than that, it's going to be all district all the way. So these games are going to get tougher and tougher. They're going to get more grueling, physical, and we'll see how it comes out.
A lot more at stake.
Yeah, exactly.
But you mentioned the shooting. The Lady Tigers hit 4 threes in the second half, and the Cardinals didn't hit any in the second half. And I think therein lies the difference. We warmed up from outside quite a bit, and they missed all their opportunities in the second half from long range. But outstanding game. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of slow in the first half, picked up in the second half. And like I said, it's good to see a win. This game here that we're fixing to watch, and I think a few weeks ago we beat them up pretty handily over there. It's one of those games where, Bill, we don't get to say very often we got a size advantage. It looks like
honestly, they look a little bit like a middle school team, as short as they are. So obviously, there's a turnaround in talent coming up, and they're going through a little slump there. But let's see if the Tigers can make good on that.
Well, it's like Coach Geyer said up here, during halftime of the girls. He said, "I want to see us execute and do the things that we can do." And this is one of those games where you can, maybe get bad habits that you don't need to get into. So I'm sure he's going to really want them to execute the game plan.
I didn't hear. Did he say that Peyton Murphy would be back tonight?
No, he's not. I see him. He's in street clothes. He's got looks like maybe a cast on his left hand. So,
yeah,
hopefully he'll be okay. Maybe, but it doesn't look like he's going to be okay for the next
with the cast
week or two
anyway.
From the looks of the cast.
Yeah.
So he did say he broke a bone, and it looks like on the the left side of his left hand, his off hand, but still, I don't know how severe it is, but you can tell he's got it casted up. So,
all right, and it looks like they trying to figure out who's going to start in his place, and I think it's
Saunders.
It's Jacob Saunders. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the introduction of starting lineups ready to go right here and right now. So let's get it done.
You got somewhere to go?
No, I just kind of wanted Clark to know that we weren't coming back for a commercial break before we started the second half.
15 seconds.
But if you want, if you want to argue about it, we can go off there.
Well, you sound like you're ready to get out of here.
We can settle this outside the door here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
anyway,
it is free to get in, so it'd be a good show. You get your money's worth.
See an old man.
old men.
An old man fought a long way. Oh boy.
Well, I hope you don't chase me because I'm not running.
So here's the initial starter for the Cardinals, and that's J.C. Gray. And he's followed by Bradley Harris. Then Reed Neal. Then J.V. Burks. And finally, Skylar Holland. So, the Tigers will be introduced. Lights come down as expected. Special night for Taylor Couch, who sunk a $250 half-court shot tonight. He's been introduced. He'll get an extra special round of applause tonight. So Jackson Burdine first off the bench to start. Lamarion White next off the bench. Jacob Saunders, a senior. And Jaden Davis, a junior. And junior Corbin Smith. Head coach Ryan Geyer, assistants Nick Ritter and Todd McGee. Head coach for the Cardinals is Jake Martin. Lights come up. My eyes dilate. And we'll be in blind here for the next 15 seconds or so. Davis will be jumping center. And he's going to be jumping against Burks. Davis is going to bat the ball into the bleachers. It's saved in by Burdine. Burdine went into the bleachers and hugged the kid there. Came back out. Now the Tigers are on the attack. Here's a three off the right side by Jaden Davis. And he said, in your face right here. As he laid that three cleanly in the cotton, and the Tigers take the early lead. Working outside's Gray for the Cardinals. Harris comes around, goes on the baseline, gets it underneath. Jumpers inside is no good by Holland. Rebound Davis. Davis comes out running, dribbles it into the forecourt. Goes to Lamarion White, that is. To Jackson Burdine. Burdine goes in, and it's going to be called for a travel as he leaned into Burks and shuffled his feet, and the official didn't like it and called it a travel. So 1 minute gone. Tigers leading it 3-0. Harris for three. He got it. Yes. Bradley Harris gets a three. And the Tigers come down the floor with Davis in the circle, drives through, gets to the glass, lays it up and in. Jaden Davis has got 5 quick ones. Here's hoping he's on a banner night. Harris ties it left side, picks up the dribble. Goes over to Burks. Back to Harris. Deep corner as Davis has, I believe that's Gray cornered in the deep corner, and he steps on the line. So the Tigers will have it out in the backcourt. Leading by 2. An opportunity to extend that lead on this trip down the floor. Smith comes up, takes it to the head of the key. Back to Davis down in the corner. Lemarian didn't like the 3 he was given. He drives in, stops at the high post left side, and a reach-in foul is going to be assessed on Gray. And that's the first foul of the game, y'all. Burdine will inbound. Smith wide open at the line. Kicks it over there to White. To Davis, right wing. Cross-court bounce pass to Burdine. Burdine dribbles a bit. Now on the left side, here's Davis for 3. He's off, no good. Rebound. White and Neal are struggling for it in the inline. Held ball the call. It will be Adamsville's possession. Full court pressure being applied by the Tigers. Man-to-man pressure. Across the timeline comes Gray. Drives in, lays it up off the glass, missed it. Rebound, White. Or rather, Saunders. Saunders out to Burdine. To White. Back to Burdine, right wing. White takes it, stops. Tries to pass it in the corner to Davis. Instead, has it stolen away there, and now Burdine's going to steal it back. Get it back to Saunders. Saunders goes down to the post, dishes back out to Burdine. Burdine goes to Davis out there at the head of the key. A lot of things happening at one time there. Burdine rolls to the right side. Checked at the free throw line. Under to Smith. Smith turned around, bank shot, left to right. He nailed it. So Corbin Smith gets his first points on the night. And the Tiger lead is 7-3. With it now is Harris. Harris over to Gray. Back to Harris in the corner left side. 4:36 left to go first. Tigers up 7-3. Here's a pass in. Got away from Burks, and coming up with it is White. White brings it down the floor to Davis. Jaden goes in, is going to put up the one-handed jumper, and they're going to call him for a foul. Charging foul on Jaden Davis. And that didn't look like it was going to turn out like it did. 4:24 left in the first. 7-3 Tigers. Cardinals with the ball in the backcourt. With it's Harris. On the left side, goes to Burks. He'll drive into the paint. Pass it back out. Be almost out of bounds. Saved and picked up by Burdine. Burdine heads off to the races, and coming in and stripping it away from him was Neal. Reed Neal, and he'll knock it out of bounds. It will be, however, Tiger basketball. Saunders has it right wing following the inbounds pass. Has it stripped away. Coming up with it is Neal. Neal in the forecourt underneath. Harris, bounce pass stolen away by Saunders. And if it sounds like the action is furious, it kind of is. White drives down the baseline, stops. Missed the layup. Rebound taken down there by Neal. Outlet pass stolen by Davis in the forecourt. Gets it out to White. White to Burdine. Burdine giving the 3, doesn't take it. Davis drives in and scores. Not only did he score, he's fouled. Nice play by Davis. White and a good assist there. Foul is on Folden, I think. Skylar Folden. So Jaden Davis gets 2. He's got 7. He'll go for a three-point play. He missed it. Rebound saved in by the Tigers, but they say that White stepped on the inline. Tigers up by 6 now, 9-3. 3:27 left to go here. Tigers in white and the Cardinals in their traditional red. And here's a driving layup he just beat the defense. Bradley Harris took it to the glass, and that's fat. 9-5. Got to put a stop to that one. White on the right side to Davis. Now Stanley. Ian Stanley drives in, lays one right over the lip. So Stanley has a habit of coming in and making things happen. That one counted. Now the driving down and going up is Burks. Loses it, goes outside to Harris. Harris goes under and is going to try to reverse layup. Instead, it's stolen away there by Burdine. Burdine to Davis. Davis almost loses it. It's finally saved in by the Cardinals. They're back down the floor. And on the corner for three is Harris. It won't go. Rebound Burdine. I might have to pause for a breath here. Burdine goes in the paint, goes under, tries to go off the glass, but he's going to be fouled in the act of shooting. The shot did not go. Another one on Folden. That's two on him, and Burdine's to the line to shoot two. 11-5. Tigers up by 6. Burdine can add to it right here. He already has. First one's good. So out comes Stanley. In comes Coleman, Aiden Coleman, a sophomore. Burdine hits both free throws. He's got 2 now, and it's 13-5, 22 minutes and 23 seconds, that is. Left in the first period. Tigers up 13-5. So Gray tries to go under and gets it in, and paint a jumper up there by Burks is no good. Rebound as Coleman goes to the floor, and they're saying that it's going to be Tiger basketball in the backcourt. Apparently somebody down there was out of bounds, and the Tigers will benefit. Burdine across the timeline. Now to Saunders, back to Burdine. Burdine on the left wing now. Some fancy dribbling going on. Now to Burdine. Wants a three. Instead goes in for a fadeaway. Blocked there by Holland. And now the loose ball is finally picked up and gotten to Coleman in the corner. He tries a three. It won't go. Rebound fought for. Coming out with it is Gray, and driving down on the fast break. Outlet pass there is Burks, and Burks gets a layup. Cutting the lead now to 13-7. 1:17. The Tigers work it on the offensive end. Saunders goes to Stanley. Stanley in the paint, drives in for an 8-foot running jumper that is off the mark, but will put him on the line to shoot two. That is the fourth team foul for the Cardinals. With 1:08 left to go here in the quarter. Stanley on the line shooting two. Got it. Boy, that looked like it was going to come out, but he got a good float. And he hit the first free throw. Got them both. 15-7 now. Tigers up by 8. Biggest lead of the night thus far for the men. On the left side, Bowles has it for the Cardinals. Goes to Holland outside. Now with it is Hughes. Hughes has it stripped away by Coleman. Coleman out, and loose ball is saved at midcourt by Holland. Getting it and taking it in the lane for a layup is Burks. And Burks missed the shot, but he's fouled. And the foul is going to be on on Stanley, his first. Shooting 2 is Holland. First shot's off, no good. Here's another. Missed them both. So the Tigers get an outlet pass down to Stanley. Stanley gets a snowbird layup underneath as he was all alone. He'll get a quick 2 there. And here come the Cardinals back down the floor now, trailing 17-7. Harris trapped in the lane, going to be called for traveling. Tried to stop and drug his pivot foot. And with 21.9 seconds remaining in the quarter, the Tigers have a 10-point lead. And they'll get it to Jackson Burdine, the junior, in the backcourt. Dribbles slowly across, 12 seconds now. Now to Saunders, back to Burdine. Burdine giving a break to the basket, stops, little floater, no good. White with the rebound goes up for the follow with 5 seconds remaining. And he's going to be fouled, and the Tigers can add to this 10-point lead here. Foul is going to be on Gray, his second. So on the line goes Lamarion White. First shot's off, no good. 4.7 seconds to be exact left in the first period. Into the game comes Heath Hardin, also Garrett Sipes for the Tigers. And Lamarion's going to be successful on the second free throw. And it's 18-7, 4.7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Harris dribbles across the timeline, waiting to put up a shot, running at the buzzer. It's off the back rim, no good, and that is the end of the first period. Hardin County leads at 18-7. We'll take a 60-second pause here for a word from our gracious sponsors, and we'll be right back. Stay with us here on K93. Tigers have the basketball to begin the second period. Burdine will bring it down for Hardin County, get it on the left side of Saunders underneath the White. White has a crip shot inside deep. Loose ball is going to be taken away or batted away there by Sipes. Again, a pass inside to Sipes. He missed a layup, and the Cardinals have the rebound. Now on the action end, Harris stops in the lane, 13. Missed it. Rebound Davis. Jaden running. Stops. Goes now to Saunders, who gets it to White in the corner. Now to Davis. Davis to Saunders. He drives in the lane, goes up for the shot. Didn't hit it, but he'll get 2 shots from the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Bowles. That's his second. And Jacob Saunders on the line shooting 2. Smooth form for Jacob, too. He's got a really nice technique. First shot's good. And I think the technique had a lot to do with that. Second shot. Missed it.
Yep. I knew he was going to do it.
I
I didn't want to say it.
Cardinal. I have to beg his forgiveness on that one. Harris has it. Now in the lanes, loose balls scattered around there as they try to get it in close, and it goes to the floor. Jump ball is going to be called. It will be as Stanley checks in. Out comes Saunders. Garrett Sipes in there for the Tigers. Now the Cardinals take the inbounds pass following the jump ball. Now they get it over. A steal by Burdine. Burdine comes out of the pack, goes in and under, lays it up and in. Hoped he'd draw a foul, but he didn't get it. Be settled for 2. Timeout called by the Cardinals. 21-7 with 6:40 left to go in the half. We'll take a 30-second time, and we'll be right back. So the Cardinals will have it out. 6:39 left to go here in the second. Tigers up 21-7. Across the timeline comes Harris. And he'll try to force it in the lane. Falling back is Sipes, but it creates a turnover. Davis comes up with the loose ball. Tigers in the paint to Sipes down at the free throw line. Here's a 3 off the left side by Davis. A little out of his range. And the Cardinals with the rebound running. Harris down on the baseline. Here's a jumper. It's off, no good by Gray. And then a follow is going to be up and good as he finally came up with the loose ball was A.V. Burks, and he's got 2. And it's 21-9. Now, Wyke on the action end to Davis on the right side. This one's off. Rebound taken down by the Cardinals. Now, over to Freeman. And a loose ball, and it's scattering everywhere in the corner there. Finally tapped out of bounds by Davis. Back into the game comes Corbin Smith. Out comes Sipes. Also back in Saunders. And Coleman sits down. So Harris backs off the head of the key with 5:27 left to go here in the second period. Tigers up 21-9. Here's a Smith almost got a steal out in the lane, but it got away from him. Now trying to put up a 8-foot jumper. Burks. It's partially blocked by Smith. Loose ball picked up by the Tigers. Burdine down the floor to Saunders on the baseline. Back to Burdine, giving the open 3. It climbed the rim. Yeah. It climbed the rim and went in. I could not get that out. So Burdine gets the 3 there. Cardinals come down and they throw up a 3 of their own. It's off no good. Burdine with the rebound and a whistle stopping the play with 4:48. I mean, this game has been wild in terms of movement. And that's going to be on number 23, Holland. It's first. And the Tigers will take it out. 4:48 left to go in the second. Davis dribbles across the timeline, goes into the circle, drives in, goes going to go up for a shot. Instead, kicks it back outside to Hardin, who's in for, and Hardin passes out, and it's going to be stolen away by the Cardinals. And running down and taking it down the lane there was Holland, and he loses it out of bounds. So it seems like a big rush to get nowhere so far tonight. Burdine on the left side. Stops to the right side, puts up a 15-foot jumper, no good. Smith with the rebound, comes back with the follow that won't go, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the third team foul. Holland with his first foul. Smith for on the line shooting 2. First one is good. .417 left to go here in the first half. And Corbin's good for both. He's got 4 now, and the Cardinals come down the floor trailing 26-9. Harris drives in, finds a spot in the corner, hit the glass. It fell off, though. Coming up with it is Burks. Burks had it stripped away. Now Davis has it, drives in. The lane puts up a one-handed, awkward-looking shot that didn't go. Pressured by defense, and a loose ball is taken by the Cardinals. They'll take it down, try to find the fast break, and they'll miss it, but then a follow is going to be up and good by Holland. So it will be Tiger basketball. Driving in the lane with his Wyke. Now on the right side, going up for the 3 is Heath Hardin for 3. So he hits the big 3 there, and it's 29-11. Cardinals come down, pass it down on the end line there. And Harris had it. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Hardin. Outlet pass to Davis. 3:10 left to go here. Tigers up by 18. Now to Coleman on the left wing. Down in the corner now to Wyke. Wyke for 3. Off no good. Rebound Coleman. Coleman under. Quick pass under to Wyke. Wyke head fakes. He's going to go up for the shot, and he was practically sat down on by Burks, which is going to put Lamarian Wyke on the line to shoot 2. Got it. Into the game for the Tigers is Hunter Reeves. And along with Burdine and Wyke and Coleman and Hardin, as Wyke gets both free throws. And the Cardinals come down the floor following the shots. Harris over out for a 3 on the right side. It's off and no good by Bowles. Now a loose ball, and finally they say somebody stepped on the end line, as the Tigers had it, and it got batted away and finally was deemed out of bounds on the baseline. Give it to the Tigers. 2:38 left to go. As Lamarian Wyke brings it across the timeline. Over now to Hardin. Hardin crosses right to left. Kick out pass and a 3 there by Coleman. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Holland. Down the floor and driving in a nice little baseline layup. Up and good. And that was Folden. Skylar Folden gets a deuce. Tigers come down. They get it under, and White goes up for a layup as Hardin slid in toward the backboard and then bounced past it to Wyke. Wyke shot's up and off, no good, but he's going to the line. 2 minutes left in the second period, that is, 31-13. With Lamarian hitting his first of 2. He's got 4 tonight. Hits this one, he'll make it 5. Got it. So, the Tigers are 12 of 15 right now for 80%. Cardinals are 0 of 4. And therein lies a lot of the difference here. Across the timeline comes Harris. He goes over on the right wing to Gray. They'll pass underneath to Folden. Here's a drive short of the left side of the lane. Now a jumper is off and no good. About 8 feet away. Rebound Coleman. Coleman out to Davis. Davis catches Saunders on the drive on the left side. Lays it up with the left hand and gets his third point on the night. Here's a three, but Harris, it's no good. Rebound and a free throw shot there by Folden. Rebound now Saunders. Saunders to Coleman, back to Saunders on the action end. Stanley now to Burdine. Burdine in the paint, 13-foot jumper, got it. And it looked like we got a foul to boot. Foul is going to be on Gray. That's his second. Burdine has a chance to pick up his 10th point here, if he'll hit this free throw, and he did. 38-13 now, 58 seconds left to go here in the half. So Harris, or Gray rather, passes it across the lane. Three-point shot off the right's no good. Rebound. Cardinals, they have it out on the perimeter. With it now is Hughes on the dribble versus Burdine. Goes over there to Freeman. Now back to Hughes. Here's a three-pointer from the corner that's off, no good. Rebound is Stanley. Outlet pass goes down to Saunders. He goes up for the layup, missed it. Thought he'd get a foul, but he didn't. 15 seconds left in the half. Cardinals back down the floor. They'll stop. Pass it underneath. Shot blocked by Davis. Davis outlet pass to Burdine, who'll go in for the Snowbird layup. Nice give and take there between Davis and Burdine, and you heard the horn go off as the first half comes to a close. Tigers pick up their 40th point. They lead 40-13. We'll take a small break here for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with more here from Michaela Welch after these words. Stay with us here on K93.
Welcome back to Michaela Welch Gymnasium on this Friday night. I'm Steve Cornell along with Bill Sharp bringing you Hardin County basketball action. The Tigers are on top of the Cardinals 40-13 as the Tiger dance team performing for the home crowd. big crowd here tonight in the gymnasium. And, of course, it was free night, and Adamsville brought a bunch. And the Hardin County faithful has been out, and they've stayed out. And let's talk to Coach Brandon Kirk as the Lady Tigers got a big win over the Lady Cardinals, avenging a earlier season loss over there in Adamsville, Tennessee. But first, Coach, a couple of games over the holidays. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year, number one. And y'all played a couple of games over the holidays. Of course, had one on a Saturday against Florence. And that team was a little hard to handle, a little much.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I think a lot of that contributed to how the night before, too. We had played some ball games the night before. It was kind of a little bit of it was an early start. And they got on us, and we just never did really recover.
Right. We were playing back-to-back, came off a Friday night game where we played well. Florence, to be honest with you, I didn't realize how good they were. I think they're up there with Jackson Southside, if not a little bit better. Just a great team. We missed Shaylee that game. She was out sick as far as, she could have helped breaking the press, but they just got all over us with the diamond press, and we could never get it out of that corner, and didn't adjust to it well enough until it was late, and just really just took one on the chin and went on our way to Christmas.
Well, you went to Christmas, and then over break you went over to the Peggy Bain Classic. We've been going over there for a while, and Lady Tigers kind of run into a couple of buzzsaws over there as well.
Yeah, we did. Belmont has lost 2 games all year, and they've lost to Tisch County, and that's it. So they've lost to defending state champion, and that's it. Didn't really think we played that horrible against them. But, just really good team all the way around. They had a post that just dominated ours, and you don't see that very often. Good experience for Averly to go play against her and to learn to be physical. And that's kind of, you get better by playing teams that are better than you. And I'm really good buddies with their coach, and I'd play them once a year if I could. But thought we didn't play that bad against them. Just think they're a really good team. And then right after that, we turn around and play Walnut. Honestly, I don't remember Walnut as good as I should. I wish I could tell you more about it.
Well, sometimes you just won't forget things.
That was one you wanted to forget.
Yeah, we had already played them maybe the week. I think it's been a week earlier, and we knew they were a really good team. And another really good post player, too, that could play inside or out. So.
Right. And that's the thing is that's what I was telling Averly and Shaylee. I was like, we're putting you up against really good post in the non-district so that when you get to district, it feels a little bit easier, hopefully, or at least you've seen it before if you do go up against a dominant one. And, we felt like that would pay dividends to start the new year just as far as our post play went, and that it kind of happened tonight. I thought our post played really well.
Yeah, and tonight a slow start. First half was slow, kind of, as I told Bill, methodical, a lot of mistakes. They didn't shoot the ball well. We didn't shoot the ball well, but in the second half, things changed. We started hitting some threes. Hannah got hot. Lily Beth got hot. Of course, Warren doing her thing down in the post area and beat what I think is a really good basketball team tonight. They just couldn't do anything the second half offensively.
No, I thought we played really. I mean, it's a theme. I feel like I tell you this every week that we played really good defense, and I thought we adjusted to what we thought they wanted to do very well in the second half. And I thought Riley did a great job of when the ball went to the high post of making sure she dug down and got on the inside of the low post girl. And that's what we need to happen a lot, and she did it. She did a great job. Avery always does a great job. Shaylee played by far her best game of the year, and that's what I told her. I kind of gave her a pep talk, heart to heart, after the Walnut game, and evidently she took it to heart because the girl's running out there with a bloody nose, taking charges, and getting everything on the boards, doing all the little stuff right, and playing with confidence. And I can't brag on her enough.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I brag on my other ones too, real quick. Hannah, good to see her get going. Thought she played well. I think we only hit 3 threes, I think. But I thought we did a good job of attacking the glass. I thought Hannah did a good job of getting to the goal. I thought offensively we played really well as far as taking what they give you. And a lot of bright spots to move forward. You feel good moving into district, and that's what you want.
Yeah, real quick, next week we got kind of a week off. Then on Friday night, we start the district playoff with Jackson Southside.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one. You talk about starting it off right. They're good. You talk about a dominant post. They've got the Askins girl. I think she's going to Murray State. I could be wrong. Really good player. We know they're going to pressure you, and that's what they do. They live on their defense. And if you can handle the ball, you can play with them. If you turn it over 30 times, they'll make it look like you turned it over 30 times. So we know what's coming. It's something that's hard to simulate in practice, but it's just something you rep and talk about and preach confidence to your guards. And I think we're good enough to play with anyone.
Well, we'll hear more from Coach Kirk tomorrow morning on Sports Talk. Kicks off at 9 a.m. in the morning. We'll talk about the Lady Tigers, the game tonight, more in depth, and look ahead for the Tigers as we get ready for district play next week. We'll take a timeout. We're at halftime as your Tigers are on top of the Cardinals, 40-13 at half. You're listening to Hardin County Basketball right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Forty to 13 is the halftime score for the men tonight as the Lady Tigers pull off a victory tonight, 48-38. And we're ready to begin the second half of play as Hardin County will have the basketball to begin the third period. And Wyke will inbound it to Burdine in the backcourt, and magically we're underway. Now Wyke, head of the key, drives in, stops about 8 feet away, kicks it out to Davis for a three. Off, no good. Rebound. Lamarian got it, stuck it up and in. Wyke kicked it outside to Davis, got underneath, got the rebound and scored. Can't do it better than that. 42-13. Now, with it is Harris. Looking for some help, gets trapped on the baseline. Double team's got him there. He finally gets it out to Gray. Gray back to Harris. Harris splits a double team. Davis will pick his pocket and will run into the forecourt to Wyke, who goes under for the shot. It was taken away from him there by Neal, but Neal walked out of bounds with it. So even though we didn't get two there, the Tigers will have the basketball. Burdine in to Wyke, out to Davis. Jaden rolls to his left. Now goes to Saunders, to Burdine for three on the left side. Back rim, won't go. Rebound is Burks. Burks outlet pass and down the floor going in. The shot was good, but I think Davis touched it in midair. So he may get credit for the basket. 42-15 now. Burdine for three. Yes. The Tigers came down and took the seldom tried three by Burdine, and he sank it. Cardinals come down. They'll try another quick layup. It's off, no good. Rebound Davis. Davis to Burdine. Tigers back on the attack. 45-15 to Smith. Smith drives in, backs his way against the backboard, turned and fired and scored. So Corbin Smith gets his 6th point on the night. Now there's timeout on the floor, timeout Cardinals. 6:15 left to go in the third, 47-15. We'll be back. in 1 minute. Head coach Jake Martin wanted to teach some, coach a little bit there, and called a timeout. With 6:14 left to go in the third, Tigers up big, 47-15. Here's a driving layup or a little jump shot up to the left side there. That's Burks is up and good. And Cardinals cut the lead a bit. Stanley drives on the other end, gets it to Burdine for the three in the corner. Burdine and White fight for the rebound. And finally coming up with it is Burdine to Davis on the left wing. He tries it, goes underneath, and dishes it off to Sipes at the last second. Sipes is going to put it up and in. So Garrett Sipes gets two here. Here's a three on the other end for the Cardinals. It's off no good. Stanley with the rebound. Gets it over to White. White dribbles casually down the floor on the left side of Davis for three. Rattled her home. So Jaden Davis with a big tray there. And it's 52-17. 5 minutes left to go in the third period. Burks drives baseline, has it, his progress stopped there, like a pretty good squared up tackle there by Sipes. Sipes is going to be assessed a penalty of one foul. And to the line goes Burks, shooting two. First shot is no good. Once again, 52-17, Tigers in control. Wholesale substitution starting now. In now is Heath Hardin back in the game for the Tigers. Hunter Floyd makes his appearance tonight. And Burks is going to hit one of two. It's 52-18. Cardinals have it out. And now there's a whistle and a, what did he call?
Well, I'm not sure.
They gave it to the wrong. They gave it to the wrong team. They were going the wrong. I thought something looked strange there. The Cardinals were headed toward the wrong goal.
Well, we should have just let them go.
So I didn't notice it till. Anyway, Stanley takes it in the lane, puts up a 6-foot floater, and he hit it. I don't remember the last time that happened. But Cardinals down the floor. Here's a three off Harris off the right side. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Johnson. Now to Harris. To Burks. Here's a three. It's off no good. Rebound Coleman. Aiden Coleman for the Tigers. Dribbles over. Right side now to Hardin. Here's a three. It's off no good. Rebound taken down. Burks is dribbling. Drives in, puts the shot up, and he got it. So, and I believe that was Holland rather than Burks. Tigers bring it down. Coleman gets it over, under now, and a kick. A traveling call is going to be assessed on Garrett Sipes, who had it just for a second or two and then passed it off. Corbin Dale checks in for the Tigers. Tigers up by 34. Expecting they'll start running the clock full time here pretty soon. Across the timeline comes Harris. Right side now to Rossum, who's checked in for the Cardinals. Pass in now, and a loose ball underneath, and a foul is called. That's going to be on Hardin, his first. 3:32 left to go in the third. Inbounds pass and a quick shot and a score there by Holland. He's got 2. That's 6 for Holland tonight. Now Hardin has it on the other end for the Tigers. Quickly goes to Floyd. Now loose ball and picked up and put up and in by Heath Hardin.
That's a nice move by Heath. Got it over there to Reeves. Is it Reeves, 32?
Hardin is 33. Reeves is 32.
Yeah, he's won it.
Was that
at the basket? Yeah.
Okay.
Hardin, little spin move in the middle.
Okay, I'll correct that. There's a driving layup on the baseline. It's up and good by Folden. And the Tigers bring it down with 2:38 left to go in the third, up 56-24. Here's a long three on the left wing. It's off no good. A follow that's no good there by Reeves. Another follow, and finally the Cardinals come up with the rebound. They get it off on a pass down on the baseline. Now outside, here's Harris for 3. They left him open, and he made them pay. So Bradley Harris gets a 3. That's his 8th point tonight. And it's 56-27, 2:05 left to go. Coleman goes down the lane on the left side, banked it home. I don't know whether they're going to count it or not. And they waved it off. They caught it on Bowles. Now substitutions once again. Burdine, Smith, the whole first team's back in with 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Smith now to White, to Burdine from the corner. 3, missed it. Rebound, Corbin tries to go it in the corner to Davis and missed his aim a bit. Out of bounds, give it to the Cardinals with 1:50 left to go here in the third period. Across the timeline, dribbling for the Cardinals is Harris. Tries to lob it in the lane, stolen away, picked up by Smith. Outlet pass to Davis in the forecourt. He'll kick it back now to Saunders. Saunders penetrates the lane, goes in, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. That was a nifty move by Jacob Saunders.
You know, I didn't know how much we really missed him. He was out for most of the first, 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, man, he has really made a difference offensively. And we picked it up offensively kind of with his lead. He's quick, too.
Fouls on Rossum, and Jacob gets a 3-point play there. 59-27. Tigers are in control. Now the whistle and a looks like the Cardinals or the Tigers a foul called, and I didn't see who it was on. I don't guess it matters at this point anyway, but the Cardinals have it out on the baseline. Loose ball is going to be out of bounds on the other side of the court. It touched 2 or 3 players. They say the Tigers touched it last. So give it to the Cardinals side court, left of their basket with 1:19. Harris on the right side now. And he gets it to Hughes. Now here's a 3-pointer off the left. It's off no good. Rebound, Jaden Davis. Davis to Burdine. Burdine goes under, lays it up and in. Nice move.
Well, great feed.
And Jackson was almost under the basket before he got the ball, and he bent his body and made a good shot out of it. So 61-27, that's 17 for Jackson tonight.
We got the offensive coordinator up here with the scoreboard. He had to like that. Maybe might need to do some recruiting.
Gray kicked it outside, and going up for a 3-pointer there was, if he'll just turn a bit, I'll know who it is. Johnson, I think. He gets 3. Driving in for the Tigers White goes in. It's going to get the bucket underneath, and he's also fouled. So White gets 2. He'll go to the line, and with 26 seconds left, and then wholesale substitution again. I don't know what that's for. I guess it was to give the starters their quarters. Anyway, White's free throw's good. He's got 10 tonight. And it's 64-30 with 25 seconds remaining in the third. Jim is emptying out pretty quick now. Three-pointer off the right by Rossum's no good. Rebound is Hunter Floyd. Now there's Stanley. Drives in, tries a bank shot from the right. Went off, no good. Finally will go out of bounds. And I think touched last by the Cardinals. Give it to the Tigers baseline. 3.7 seconds remaining, if you're wondering. Inbound, Floyd has it, kicks it outside, and a desperate shot at the buzzer. And boy, caught part of the rim. Stanley put up a good attempt at the end. A little too far away, though. 64-30, the third quarter score. We'll take a 1-minute pause. We'll come back for quarter number 4. See you after this. Adamsville's Cardinals will have the basketball to begin the third period of play. They trail 64-30. And they'll move to, again, the southern end of the gym. Driving in the paint, putting up a jumper from about 4 feet away is Avy Burke. He hit it. 64-32 now. Across the timeline dribbling is Coleman. Gets it over to Hardin. Hardin to Floyd. Floyd to Stanley for 3 off the left side. Wow. Stanley canned a honey off the left side. He's got 11 tonight. Now Harris tries to go underneath. And scooping it out of the lane is Burks. Finally back to Harris. Back to Burks. Burks drives in. Won't go. Whistle and a foul called on the shot. The clock is still running, so they're going to run it the whole period. And to the line is going to be Avy Burks. First shot is off, no good. Into the game as Stanley sits down is Reeves. And the second shot's off as well. Rebound is taken down by Hunter Reeves. Gets it out now to Coleman, to Floyd on the left wing. He's on the dribble. Now to Coleman. Underneath to Sipes. And now to Coleman, to Floyd on the left wing now. He pivots, drives in the paint, goes in, dishes it off now to Sipes. Now to Hardin. Coleman comes up with the basketball in the lane. Here's a layup, a hook shot under there that's no good by Reeves. Loose ball outside and a 3 put up and good by Floyd. Hunter Floyd knocked the bottom out from the right side, and it's 70-32. Clock running at 5:25. Cardinals come down, and it's a scrimmage game now. As Burks will get an easy layup inside. Tigers come down now with the clock winding down at 5:10 now. 70-34 Tigers. In the lane comes Reeves, kicks it out to Floyd now. That's Hardin from the corner for three. Missed it, but the rebound is taken down by Sipes. Sipes put it up and in. So Garrett Sipes gets his 4th point tonight. Cardinals work with it, kick it off in the corner, and there's a whistle and a foul called on the Tigers. And it's going to be on Coleman on number 4. I thought he put 5 up there, but White's on the bench. So Sipes sits down. In comes Corbin Dale for the Tigers. Don't forget Sports Talk in the morning. As my buddy Steve Carnell is going to get in there and lay it on you about what's coming up here in 2025.
Yeah.
As the Cardinals.
Special guest, too, coming up. We're going to talk some playoff football with our buddy down south. He's got a lot to say. You might know who he is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're kidding. Well, I hate I have to miss that.
Yeah.
I might get down there if I can.
Yeah, you don't miss
Anyway.
him. Well, he won't be in. He doesn't come in.
Oh, he's going to be on that. He's on telephone. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said he was showing up.
No, he won't show up.
And I believe Heath Hardin came in and laid one off the glass and scored while we were jawing here. And now it's 74-34, 3:18 remaining. Cardinals back down. Harris will take a long three that's short, rebound taken down by Floyd. And the Tigers will go on the action in with 3 minutes left to go in this game. Still 74-34. So driving down and going in for a right-handed layup on the left side is
Coleman.
Coleman. And the Cardinals come back down the floor. Scoop it in from the left side. It's off no good by Neal. Rebound Tigers. And they're bringing it back down. 2:31 now. Heath Hardin looking for somebody in. Can't go. Goes to Coleman outside. 2:19. Now to Floyd, who's going to take that three. I could tell he was going to do it, and he did. Missed it. Rebound saved in. I think saved in by Hardin, but they're going to give the ball to the Cardinals. I guess perhaps his foot was on the line. So, under 2 minutes now. Could be good to start the 2025 year off with 2 victories. Here's a three off the right side by Maddox Freeman. Maddox Freeman is good. This is a talented little Adamsville team. They're just going to have to grow some. Driving down and banking the shot is Coleman. Coming up with the rebound there is Reeves. He'll get it outside now to Hardin. Hardin to Coleman. Now to Floyd. 119. 76-37. All substitutes on the floor right now for both teams. Down in the corner on the right side now to Reeves. Left side to Floyd. And underneath that, a bank shot that rimmed all the way out would not go for Corbin Dale. And it came off and got knocked out of bounds. Give it to the Cardinals. 45 seconds remaining. A lot of younger players getting an opportunity to shine on the court tonight. As
That's a bullet.
Connor Orshaw, tried to pass it hard in the corner, and it was a little too hot to handle. Give it to the Tigers. 22 seconds. This should be the last possession, as Coleman will dribble across the timeline, let it wind down to 13, and I think he's going to dribble it all the way out. Going to stand there and hold it. They're going to let him. He's just walking around with the ball. He should be traveling. That's it. The clock winds down. The Tigers take a 76-37 victory over the Adamsville Cardinals. And that's always a good year when you can get 2 wins in a row off of our over-the-river rivals. But we want to wish the Cardinals the best of everything for the remainder of their season in their district and region, and get set for next Friday night when Southside Hawks come in here.
Yeah, start playing for real. Southside, man, that's a tough start. But the thing is, it's at home, so you never know. We'll have to really step it up on both sides of the game, the girls and the boys, and that, like I said, defending state champion on the girls' side. That's the second defending state champion our Lady Tigers have had to play in this season with Tisch County and now Jackson Southside. We know what they'll bring. You know, last year their boys team was really young. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomore. So
you sure Florence wasn't? We might as well get 3 states. Three states. While
I don't know, but boy, I tell you what, they were as good as the 2 that.
I know it.
So yeah, and on the men's side, you know, Jackson Southside probably will be really talented. They were, like I said, they were young, so it's going to be a good test. But you know, there's a lot of basketball to play, and they're at the top, you know, of our district anyway right now. So, but anyway, I'm looking forward to those games. They're really competitive. They're high-spirited. The crowds get into it. The kids get into it. And it'll be a lot of fun.
And I'm waiting for the day that you get into it.
I'm into it.
Looking at the scoring for Adamsville tonight, leading the Cardinals is Avy Burks. I think that's his right first name. I couldn't find anything to adjust it. But also Bradley Harris had 8. Skylar Holland had 6. Skylar Folden had 4. Zach Johnson had 3. And Reed Neal had 2. And Maddox Freeman had 3. For the Tigers, leading scorer in the game tonight was Jackson Burdine with 17. He was followed by Ian Stanley with 11. Jaden Davis had 10. On down the line, Corbin Smith had 6. Heath Hardin had 5. Hunter Floyd had 3. Aiden Coleman had 2. And Hunter Reeves had 2. Garrett Sipes had 4. So 76 to 37 the final. We will be on the air on Friday night at 6 o'clock. Be here at the gym early and be ready to take on the Southside Hawks Friday night at 6 p.m. Steve, you got anything you want to add?
No, I'm done. I'm ready to head to the house. It's been a while since I've been there.
Hope everybody's had a pleasant 2025 thus far. We'll try to see if we can't keep it going, particularly with 2 wins the first night. So that'll about do it for us here at McCady Welch. So for Steve Carnell and my buddy Steve Smith, this is Bill Sharp saying good night, Tiger fans.